Look, I know we have all been very back and forth on Landman Season 2, up and down and all kinds of different emotions, but they kind of just ended the season on a strong note. Spoilers, this will include spoilers. If you have not seen the Season 2 finale, which is episode 10, save this, come back to it later. PTT Oil Exploration and Cattle. We all talked about it, we theorized about it, a brand new company that is family-centric. I love how Tommy got there, I love the process of creating it, and I love everyone involved in it. Tommy was moving different in this episode in all aspects. He was a man on a mission, which is so funny because at the very beginning of the episode, he was just kind of sitting back. He was going to go to a couple of interviews talking to his dad. But the second that light bulb clicked in his head, he went straight into boss mode and put a plan in motion. Now, it did come with a slight loophole as the official signatures were never signed for MTEX to take over Cooper sites throughout the entire season, but it's so minor and I love what happened at the end of the episode that I don't really care about it. It also fits with everything that is currently going on. After Cammy fired Tommy in last week's episode, it kind of brings everything back full circle. And we've always known this, but it was reiterated in their meeting in this episode between Danny and Tommy. He has always wanted to work with Tommy. He got into business with MTEX and Cammy because of Tommy. And now because of Cooper's sites and honoring that contract, but also upping the contract, they are able to do so. And when it comes to Tommy, even though he's been very against working with Danny all season long, I just think he got to a point where he didn't really have a choice and he would rather work on those wells and make something out of it rather than it sit under Cammy and MTEX. And I love it. I love that he fully went for it. And this is why we love this character so much, because of all of the decisions and how he goes about his business and the thing that he has just created at the end of this episode and getting everyone else involved. We have Nate, who basically told Cammy to F off. He got Dale, Mike, and the boys involved. He stole Rebecca away, and he even got TL on as an operator. Now, is it going to be successful? Only time will tell, but I felt like I was watching the Avengers of Landman assembling. But it's also another example as to what this show is really about. We've all talked about this season specifically, how there hasn't really felt like any chaos or really big things have been going on like there was in season 1, but this ending kind of reiterates that it's just really about these characters and following them in their everyday lives. The other big event that was taking place in the episode is everything happening with Cooper after what happened to Ariana at the end of last week's episode, and I think we got a pretty good resolution to that. I can obviously talk about how garbage it was of those officers to go after Cooper because of an agenda, but I want to talk about Rebecca. When she showed up, holy shit! I've said it before and I will say it again. She is an absolute shark. I love watching her put the fear of God into everyone. But it wasn't just Rebecca fighting for Cooper's life. We also saw Tommy walk in and lay the fucking law down in front of the police chief, a lawyer, and all of the other officers involved. And as ridiculous as that might be, just another incredible moment from Tommy in this episode. I will say it is interesting that we didn't really get official confirmation that all of that is behind us, but it does feel like it's over and Cooper is in the clear. Last thing to talk about is everything that took place with Ainsley in the episode, and while it probably feels like more of the same to the majority